Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up? Top of the morning, top of the morning. Happy Friday. What's going on? SRDaily world. What's the deal? What's the deal? Peace and love. We are getting the show underway. What's happening? What's happening? What's going on? What's the deal? What's good? All that good stuff. What's popping, as they say? As they say, what's popping? What's going on? What goes on, good people? We are getting it ready on the other devices. Oh, nope, we're not doing that. Nope, 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 not there. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, guys. Get it together. We almost did the wrong thing. Still pressing the wrong button. But thank you guys for coming on. Come on in. Come on in. Share this live with 5 to 10 of your friends who may be interested in tuning in on this Friday. Right? How I know when I gain too much weight when my shirts don't fit the way I like them to fit. All right? That's when I know. That's when I know it's time to make some adjustments. All right? When my shirts don't fit the way I ideally like them to fit. Right? That's when I know. But it's all good. It's all a process. It is all a process. It is all a journey, right? Health, weight, life, right? Life is a process. Life is a journey. And we just keep going, right? We learn, we grow, we experiment, we experience, and we take what we can and we leave what we don't want to use, right? We take what we can use, we leave what we can't use, we leave what we don't want to use, and we just keep going forward, right? So that is, today is exactly 3 weeks until my 41st birthday. 3 weeks until my event. Let me talk my event, right, at Trends Cannabis Dispensary, largest dispensary in New York City. I am partnering with for this event. Super dope, super excited, super grateful for the relationship, super grateful for the opportunity. We got 3 weeks. We're gonna make this thing happen. Flyer should be done sometime this weekend. Right. And then we go up. We start pushing the link out today. Get some tickets. Tickets $40. Will include food, beverage, right, and just great vibes, man. Support. And then the following day, on Saturday, March 15th, we are officially launching LME, LaShawn Marston Enterprises. Right. Website still being updated. A few more adjustments to make there. Services, get the prices, get the fees, get all of the stuff on the website, and start pushing this stuff, man. Did 2 incredible workshops this week, right? That is one of my services: workshop curation and facilitation this week with Jacob Reese in the MAP program. Did a workshop on Black excellence, culture, and history. Spoke about the relationship between Black and Brown people, specifically here in America, and then we had a guest freestyle artist, my boy Eddie Kruger. And then yesterday we did our second workshop of the week on meditative empowerment, the power of meditation, mindfulness, breathing, movement, and all of that stuff. And had a guest facilitator, my lady, my love, Mona Love. She was there. She's on the show right now, tuned in. Thank you so much. Happy Freedom Friday. It was incredible doing a workshop with her, right? It's my first time doing a workshop with a partner, like official workshop, like side by side, back and forth. I did the intro. I guided the meditation. She did the breathing. She did the movement, right? Like that was incredible, like tag team and going back in. Yo, whoa, what's going on, my good brother? Peace and love. Top of the morning. Happy Friday. Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. I saw you was down in ATL with Naya a few days ago. I saw she posted a picture. Or you posted a picture. One of you guys posted a picture together. I was like, yeah, look at the hood. Look at the fam. Look at the crew. Yo, Datman Dollison, what's going on, good brother? Peace and love. Thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, please share this live with 5 to 10 of your friends who may be interested in joining, and we are going to get the show started. But first, let me pull up an article that we're going to read and talk about today. Give me 1 second. We're going to get into very important discussion today, man. There's a lot of stuff happening in the world, a lot of stuff going on in the city, a lot of stuff going on in this country, man. A lot of stuff happening. But we're going to get into it. Give me 1 second. One second. Right, here we go. Here's that article. Let's go back to the notes. And let's start with our first segment of the day. Today's first segment is it is Friday, Friday. I'm looking at my notes. I'm like, whoa, what's today? Friday, February 21st, 2025, episode 308. Of course, I'm your boy, your host, Sean Sugar Marston. You're tuned into SRDaily, where personality meets enlightenment. Today's first segment of the day is a word of the day. Today's word, I asked my lady, we were in bed. I said, give me a word of the day. She thought about it, showed me a word. I said, perfect. I haven't used that one yet. Propensity. Today's word of the day is propensity, an intense inclination of natural tendency to behave in a certain way. Ways we tend to be. All right, let's read that one more time. An intense inclination of natural tendency to behave in a certain way. Ways we tend to be. We all have propensities. Every single one of us, right? Sometimes is a general propensity. Then is a propensity based on situation, based on circumstances. Propensity based on where you are, location, based on your finances, based on what time you woke up. We all have a propensity, right? Like for example, some people have a propensity to violence, right? When certain situations happen, they automatically always react violently or go to violence, right? Some people, like me, for example, right? One of my propensities is to stop talking when I feel someone is trying to play me, right? It's to just stop talking, right? When I feel played, I just stop chatting, man, and nothing to talk about no more, right? Just stop talking. That is not always a good thing, right? Because then it can lead to, like, number one, I could be completely wrong. A person could not be trying to play me. They could just be living their life in their way, right? So without communication, without speaking, without addressing what I feel, what I think, it leads to the potential for more problems, right? So we got to be aware of our natural tendencies, of our propensities, right? Some people, again, have a propensity to yell when they're frustrated, to yell at somebody, right? Yell at their children, yell at their spouse, yell at their partner, yell at strangers, right? So yeah, it's important that we are aware of our tendencies, of our propensities, man, right? It's very real, right? So subtle, right? They show up subtly, right? And if we're not aware, if we're not paying attention, if we're not on that path of awareness and then self-correction, right? Which is one reason why a lot of us get into conflict, get into problems with people who we love constantly, friends, family, our children, our spouses, our parents. It's always something because we're not aware of our tendencies, or we could be aware, you could just not want to change them. You could just not want to do anything about it. Like, well, this is how I am. This is how I am, and that's just it. And it's like, man, that's not a growth mindset. That's not a growth mindset. That's a stagnant mindset, right? We all are how we are, but do you want to be different, right? Whether for yourself, for the people that you love, and if it's for the people that you love, then in essence, it is still for yourself because you don't want to hurt the people you love. Right, I would assume so. I would assume that you don't want to hurt the people you love. You don't want to hurt the people who love you. You don't want to hurt the people who care about you, the people who you care about, right? But because of our natural tendencies, because of the social conditioning, right? Because of how we were raised, how we were nurtured, how we grew up, we have certain ways that we respond, ways that we think, right? Ways that we think. Even me saying that, somebody trying to play me. Why is that our tendency? Why is that our propensity for so many of us? When somebody says something or does something that we may take as a little aggressive or a little whatever the case may be, or this person trying to play me. You got to remember in those situations, the 4 agreements, take nothing personal. You ain't that important, beloved. Everything ain't got something to do with you. Most things have nothing to do with you, right? It's the person expressing themselves based on where they are, based on how they feel, based on what they are experiencing. Has nothing to do with you. You're just there, right? Sometimes in the way, right? So they express themselves and you get hurt by it. But when we're the ones who are aware, we then move differently, right? The propensity, right, to forgive when people have quote unquote wronged us, right? That's a so-called good one, right? You don't want to hold grudges. You want to understand when people may be in a certain space, feeling a certain way, thinking a certain way, based on, again, their health, based on their finances, based on relationship challenges, based on housing, based on just the freaking nature and where the planets are, how the planets are aligned at that specific time, right? Just awareness. Awareness is the key. Mona Love said, I was honored that you asked, and it was my pleasure to educate and engage the community with you. Absolutely. That was incredible. Like, to step back, right? Because so normally when I do workshops, right, based on what the workshop is and based on where it's at, right, I'm normally doing it by myself, right? I've always wanted a partner, though. I've always wanted someone to do the workshops with, right? So yeah, like, it was really, really beautiful to step back, right, and see her, right, my love, lead the workshop for those moments, right? And then even to chime in when I was speaking about something, she's able to add value, able to add depth to whatever I was saying, because this is something that she does, right? She leads her students in meditation every single class. She is, teaches breathing and yoga and movement and all of that stuff, right? So to have someone like her show up, right? To have someone like her have the similar passion for sharing her talents, for sharing her skills, for sharing her gifts with the community, right? With our community, specifically the Black community, right? The hood, the hood, even deeper than just the Black community, but the hood, people who don't get these things, right? So many people growing up in the hood don't even know. I mean, more people now, right, than before, because meditation is becoming more common, but there's still so many people who don't know about meditation. So many people who may know about it, but don't know how beneficial it could be in their life. They're not aware of how it can help. Yesterday's workshop was absolutely incredible because there were seniors who spoke about using meditation and breathing to navigate their health challenges. One elder had a spinal surgery. Another elder had a hip replacement, right? The one who had hip replacement said that she wished she had used meditation. She wished she knew about meditation when she had a hip replacement and she would have used it. The sister who had the elder who had the spinal surgery mentioned, using breathing exercises when she wakes up because sometimes she's still in pain, right? Like, that's incredible, right? One of the young people spoke about using meditation and breathing when she's angry, right? Like, that's powerful, guys. That's incredible. So that was yesterday, right? Super dope. Let us move right along to our second segment of the day. Today's second segment, need to know news of the day. It is very necessary news that we need to know. First, let me just throw this out there before we get into the deep stuff. Congestion pricing is done in New York City. Congestion pricing is done in New York City. Now, I'm not a driver, right? However, my lady drives, my friends drive, family drive, right? People want to go to Manhattan, and obviously it's people on both sides. It's people on both sides, right? People who drive wanting it, right? Wanting the congestion pricing, saying that there's going to be less people, coming into Manhattan by cars. Then there are people saying, well, less people coming in Manhattan on cars. In cars, more people on the trains and buses, right? Specifically the trains, creating potentially more conflict, right? There are people who drive who say they didn't like it because they shouldn't have to pay extra just to get to a certain part of Manhattan coming from where they're at, right? And they're right. So yeah, congestion pricing is done. Definitely want to throw that out there for those who may not be aware. All right. It was a brutal thing. It was brutal. And again, I'm not a driver, but just listening to people, talking to people, paying attention. It's like, man, we in New York trying to get all the money, right? All the money. But second segment, they need to know news. Prison visits in most, I think all actually, as of this moment, all New York correctional facilities have been canceled after people have been taking over the prisons. People in prison are taking over the jails. Let's read this article, man, and get into it. I was like, whoa. And I read something last week, but I said, but this week, this is from Yahoo News. This is yesterday, February 20th, 6:38 p.m. Inmates take over another New York prison. All visits canceled day after Governor Hochul deploys National Guard. Dozens of corrections facilities across New York State have ceased visits as the safety of personnel grow after another riot erupted inside an upstate prison. Listen, people are fed up. Our brothers and sisters incarcerated are fed up with the way they've been treated. They're fed up with freaking Brother Robert Brooks being murdered on camera and nothing happening, right? And then all of the excuses that are people are fed up. And deeper than Robert Brooks, people are fed up the way they've been treated. I've been incarcerated. It's terrible. The way they treat you. It's supposed to be rehabilitation. They treat you like you are not human and you going back to SHIT. That's how they treat you, right? Pretty terrible. But visitation in all DOCCS facilities is canceled until further notice, the New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision wrote in a post on their Facebook page. The latest prison unrest happened around midnight on Thursday inside the Riverview Correctional Facility. The outlet reported that dorms inside the facility were under inmate control for several hours, where staff said they felt unsafe. However, the state told the outlet that correctional officers vacated their posts, leaving the dorms unsupervised. I'm about to say they got all type of weapons, they got all type of things, and they're saying they feel unsafe. It's bull crap. We're the people that's unsafe, right? We're the people that they got pot of field for a reason. People have been killed people have been killed and their family don't find out until months or years later. They think they're lost in the system. People have been murdered by the corrections officers and then buried just in the field. Terrible. All right. The outlet learned that as many as 500 inmates were housed in 10 dormitories at Riverview after speaking to several sources. It was also determined that around 15 to 20 staff members were on the overnight shift. It was not clear what led to the tensions that escalated between inmates and correction officers. It's not clear. It's clear. It's clear. They violate us every chance they freaking get. They can kill us and nothing happened. They abuse us and nothing happened. They restrict our visits. They strip search us. They do all types of things to us to dehumanize us and nothing happens, right? So that's what led to the tensions, beloveds, right? But prison staff deemed conditions were unsafe and pulled staff back into a visitors area, the outlet reported. Correction officers say they could hear what sounded like inmates breaking glass and damaging the dormitories. And so the staff left the visitors area, entered the administrative area of the prison where they felt safe. The staff then called for help, where at least 2 teams arrived from Gouverneur in Albany. Oh, that's a town. The facility was back fully under state control around 8 a.m. on Thursday. No corrections facility staff were injured during the ordeal, according to the outlet. Last night, with everything that happened during the night, it was very scary. I couldn't imagine being in their shoes in there. 25 years in corrections. Things have changed in corrections. Yeah, things have changed, y'all. I mean, y'all always killed us. Y'all always violated us. But like, I remember when my uncle was a correction officer. My Uncle David did 25 years in corrections. He told me stories how then, right, although it was bad with the people in prison, how a lot of the COs actually cared about the people. They cared and they did their job to make sure that people in prison felt safe, to make sure that people had what they needed. He told me stories. I was like, wow, that's cool, right? Now, he also told me stories that there was always abuse. It was always bullying. It was always neglect. That always happened. But like, it was some people that was okay, right? That worked in the system. I have a cousin who's a captain, right? Like, people but there are people, understand this, and there's a difference, right? The city is bad, Rikers Island is bad, the boat was bad, right? I don't even know if it's still open. I know we were fighting to close it. I haven't been involved in that in a while. But there's a difference between city officers and upstate officers. The upstate officers in New York State, they hate black people. They hate us. They hate us with a passion. Black and brown people. They hate us, right? For many reasons, right? None of them having to do with anything with us, period, right? Is them, is their insecurities, is all of their stuff, right? What's going on? I am publishing a magazine. I need a New York visit. Keep up the good work. Yo, Tiffany's Life, what's going on? What's going on? Peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. Danny Lioness, thank you for tuning in. Modern day slavery, absolutely modern day slavery. Right. Let's finish this article up and keep going. A spokesperson for the New York State Correctional Officers and Police Benevolent Association also confirmed the incident to the outlet and said it's aware of what happened overnight. After midnight, inmates took over several dorms at Riverview after they became unruly, and the officers assigned to the dorm felt their safety was at risk and exited the dorms. Sometime late this morning, the dorms were under control and restaffed. This latest incident comes nearly a week after another corrections facility was put on lockdown due to an inmate uprising. The incident happened at around 1 a.m. on February 12th at the Collins Correctional Facility in Erie County, when 3 dorms were taken over by inmates and the staff were removed. Kenny Gold, vice president of the Western Region for New York State Correction Officers and Police Benevolent Association, that's a long freaking name, told the Albany Union Times that 3 correction officers sustained minor injuries. The outlet also reported that Daniel Martuscello, the third commissioner of the DOCCS, had issued a memo early in the week announcing permanent staffing changes brought on by chronic shortages. When I hear this, when I think about staff changes, I think about them bringing more racist people in, right? I think about them bringing more racist white men in who hate black people. Some of you may not know there's officers with the black baby tattooed, the tattoo of a black baby hanging from a noose around their neck. They are officers with those tattoos, and they're working with black men and black women, right? It's insane. But yeah, that is pretty much is a little more to read. A couple more paragraphs. One more paragraph. On Wednesday, New York Governor Kathy Hochul signed an executive order activating members of the New York National Guard to help ensure safety and security at correctional facilities while the illegal and unlawful work stoppage by correctional officers continues. Why not just go in there and ask what is happening? Why are you angry? What is going on? And listen to them. Listen to them. And they're going to tell you we're upset that there's been no indictment in the Robert Brooks murder. Right? That's what they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you that we're upset that the food is trash. Right? That they're going to tell you the truth. Now the question is, what do you do about it as a government? Right? But yeah, that's what's happening. I wanted to share that, right? For those who have family members, those who have loved ones incarcerated, right? Do your best to check on them, send a letter, call, right? Call the warden, call the prison. My aunt, when my aunt didn't hear from myself, from my brother, or my sister, my nephew, when any of our family was incarcerated, and my aunt, God bless her soul, when she would not hear from us, when she would write a letter and not get a response right away, when we did not call her for a week or 2 weeks, she called the prison. She called that prison and made sure we was okay. Right? Yo, Marston, your aunt called to make sure you're okay. Please write her. Yo, that's happened. That's real, right? Yo, Marston, your aunt called. Please write her and let her know that you're okay. Right? She thinks we're doing something to you. Right? That has happened. My aunt has done all of the things, right? As an activist, as an aunt, as a mother, she's done all of the things, regardless to how messed up our lives have been, to ensure that we were safe wherever we were. And she showed up to every prison, right? My brother was in Clinton. She showed up to Clinton, right? I was over here. She showed up there. My sister was over there. She showed up there. My nephew was over there. She showed up there. She showed up. She showed up. So you got to show up for your beloveds, right? You got to show up. And this is why the work that our brother Frank Brown is doing with the Northeast Political Prisoner Coalition, although we're talking about just quote unquote general, right? People incarcerated. The work is important. You can't let your loved ones die in prison. You can't let people in prison not know that they're loved. You can't let the system think that our people in prison are by themselves and don't have family, don't have a community who cares about them. Right? Let us move right along. But yeah, definitely check up on your loved ones, right, who are incarcerated as best as you can, right? No visits in most of the prisons, right? If not all of them, I think. But send a letter, right? Again, call the warden, right? Speak to somebody who you know who may have a family member in that prison, right? And just see what's going on, right? Said tapping is clapping. Yes, first time I saw that was in Bear Hill Correctional Facility. Let them know that your people are not alone. That's a fact. Engaged, targeted. They do. I was targeted up north by the white COs. Absolutely. People are who they are. Sometimes it don't automatically show. That's a fact. That's a fact, right? But let us go right along to our third segment of the day. We got a couple comments up here. Send you an email. All right, send an email. I don't even know who that is. I can't even see Tiffany's life. I don't even know. I can't see the photo. Don't know exactly who you are. But yeah, send an email if you got my email, and let me know what's happening. But move right along to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment, our tip of the day. On a lighter note, talking about your body, right, or your emotions. If you are already in a bit of pain, if you are already feeling hurt, right, if you did something and your neck hurts, or your shoulder hurts, or your leg hurts, right, there is no need to push yourself further, right? We as people, specifically Black people, Black fathers, Black mothers, Black men, Black women, Black people, brown people, we have this idea that we got to keep working, that we always got to be doing something. We have this idea that we can't just sit still, that we can't just chill, right? Even when we're chilling, we're doing something. We're writing, we're thinking about. No, you could just chill. You could do nothing, right? Especially again, if you're already in a bit of pain. If you're already in a bit of pain, there is no need to push yourself further. You could realistically hurt yourself and then be out of commission. And then if you're out of commission, all of the things that you need to do for yourself and your family become much harder. All of the things that you need to do for your family and for yourself will become much, much, much harder, if even doable at all. If even doable at all. It is okay to rest. It is okay to do nothing. It is okay to say, I am in some pain. Let me slow down and chill. I am in some pain. Let me slow down and chill. It's okay to say that. It is okay to say, let me rest. Let me relax. Let me chill. My shoulder hurts. My back hurts. My leg hurts. Right? My knee hurts. My heart hurts. My heart hurts. My heart hurts. It's okay to say that. Like, it's okay, brothers and sisters. It is okay to be hurt. It is okay to do nothing. It's okay to chill and to rest. All right. Let us move right along to our fourth and final segment of the day. Today's fourth segment is our build of the day, and today's build is the importance of recognizing minute progress. The Wolf said, absolutely, I've implemented that mindset in recent years. When I'm resting. Absolutely. It's okay. Right. But build of the day, the importance of recognizing minute progress. Too often we get caught up on the bigger picture or reaching the end result of something. We get caught up on the destination, right? Not a bad thing, right? Not a bad thing. It's good and it's healthy to be focused, right, on the end result. But it can become toxic when you allow the fact you haven't reached that point yet make you feel like you haven't made it, make you feel like you're not doing enough, make you feel like you're not worthy, make you feel like you're not making progress. It is important to recognize minute progress, right? The key, at least in my opinion, is to recognize the progress that you made. Every step closer to the goal is a step closer to the goal, right? You see how simple that is? Every step closer to the goal is indeed a step closer to the goal. Simple, right? Like every step. So even if it's a step, a fraction of a freaking centimeter, you made progress. And let me tell you this. This is something I've learned as an artist specifically. Sometimes the best thing is to do nothing. When you do nothing, you allow stuff to grow, right? You allow stuff to work itself out, right? It's like when you exercise, they say exercise and then rest. It is when you rest that your muscles are actually growing. The working out part, you are stressing them, right? You are exercising them, but it's in the rest part that the growth happens. That's a bar. It's in the rest part that the growth happens. When you rest, you grow, right? So recognize small progress, understanding that slow progress, we got to say in the hood, slow money better than no money in the streets, right? Slow money better than nobody. Slow money better than nobody. I still saying nobody, yo, tongue twisted. Slow money is better than no money, and slow progress is better than no progress. So give yourself credit. Give yourself credit for the fact that you responded differently to the situation than the last situation, even if you didn't respond the best way you could. Give yourself credit, right? It's a saying that you have to be your biggest supporter. Especially if you're going to be your biggest critic, if you're going to criticize everything you do. Oh, I haven't done this right. Oh, this messed up. Oh, I'm not where I want to be here. Oh, this isn't going well. Okay, cool. That may very well be real, right? But then give yourself credit for the progress that you made. All right, that's not, but you know what? I did still work out. Right? Okay, yeah, I'm eating too much, right? This is me. I'm still eating too much, right? Still eating too late. But at least I worked out. Give myself progress. Give myself credit, right? For example, credit is Wednesday night, I had cereal, cookies at like 12 a.m., right? 11 something. It wasn't that late, actually. I was asleep around that time. But around 11 something, I had some cereal, some cookies, and a banana. Progress is I knew that that's not how I want to be eating. I was in some emotional pain, right? That's not how I want to be eating. But yesterday, progress. I had food, but then I didn't have dessert, right? I didn't have anything else after that. I didn't have cereal late night. I didn't have cookies. I actually put the cookies on top of the cabinet. My lady said, "You hiding them from you?" I'm hiding them from me, man. I'm putting them up there. I don't need cookies right now. I've had enough cookies the last few days. I don't need any more cookies. Right? She was eating a banana bread. I took a little piece, right? Because she was gonna throw it away. Said it was too sweet. I took a little piece. They said, "Okay, it's good." I thought about eating it, but I said, "No, it's too late. I just ate. It's too late. I can have that today, midday, right? If I'm going to have it midday, right? As a lunch, right? So to speak, as a brunch, right? I can have that glass of some almond milk, right? But that's the progress, right? Recognize it, acknowledge your progress, respect your progress in your process, right? Respect it, right? Yeah, man, like start where you are and go, right? Like start where you are and go. Right? Start where you are and go, man. Like, look how much better, look how much closer you are now than you were yesterday, than you were last week, right? It's extremely important to acknowledge the progress you made, even if only seemingly small, right? All it takes is one needle. All it takes is one small hole to sink a ship. So all it takes is one small thing. So the same way it takes one small nail to bring together different materials, right? It takes one small staple to bring together different materials. So appreciate that. acknowledge that, celebrate that, recognize that. And I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Awesome Live. Thank you so much, Sister Mecca. Thank you so much, The Wall. My brother S. Dot. Yo, I miss you, man. We got to chop it up, my brother. Catch up, man. I'm very proud of the man that you've become, right? Very proud of how you show up for all of us, right? For our people, for our community specifically. Although so many of us are far apart, right? Who grew up together. We live over here, we live over there. But being in touch, social media makes it that way. Your support is 100% acknowledged. I've supported you. You've supported me, right? We supported each other. We supported the community, right? I appreciate you. Yo, listen, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Week 63 is a wrap. Friday, February 21st, 2025. It's done. Episode 308. Please join us right back here. Same time, same place. Monday morning, February 24th. 2025 for episode 309 as we continue to move forward on our way to episode 400. Somebody on the YouTube said episode 400 right around the corner. I'm like, I like how these people think because it's far away, but it's right around the corner. 90 episodes go by quick, right? From 300 to 400, it happens quick when you fully engage and you're doing it. But yo, listen, guys, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your Friday. Remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up. The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love. As Mona Love would say, and she said it, be great and make it a great one. That's a fact.